everyone, welcome to the channel Knowledge of Friends. Subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. आज हम वेब टेक्नोलॉजीज़ क्लास करने वाले हैं जो कि क्लास आपका 10 है। ऑलरेडी हमने 9 क्लासेस कर लिया है जिसमें हमने यूनिट 1 कंप्लीट कर लिया है। यूनिट 1 कंप्लीट करने के बाद हमने यूनिट 2 कंप्लीट किया है जो कि आपका यूनिट 2 हमने 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया है। पहला है HTML that we had cover up, CSS we had cover up, and then XML that we had cover up as well. Now अब हम लोग यूनिट 3 स्टार्ट कर चुके हैं लास्ट 2 क्लासेस से। एंड स्क्रिप्टिंग एंड नेटवर्किंग, दिस इज़ द नेम ऑफ द यूनिट। इस यूनिट को भी हमने 2 पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है। पार्ट 1 जो है वो आपका स्क्रिप्टिंग है और पार्ट 2 जो है वो नेटवर्किंग है। अभी 2 क्लास से हम स्क्रिप्टिंग ही कर रहे हैं। होपफुली आज के क्लास में स्क्रिप्टिंग एंड अप हो जाएगा अगर लंबा क्लास नहीं किया है तो। and the another classes will start with the networking here. First of all, it's a huge request to all the subscriber, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe to our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well, and even though you will get what videos we are uploading in related to their useful particular useful subjects that we are uploading here, and as well as we are going to have a class of the reasoning as well. We are taking that class as well. We are going through 176 classes of reasoning where we had cover up the verbal reasoning, and we are going to cover up non-verbal reasoning, and for that we are doing series topic that is the first topic of the non-verbal reasoning. You can gone through with that as well. You can gone through with the playlist, you will get that as well. So in the last class, if I'm talking about web technologies, so वहाँ पे हमने ऑब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में कंप्लीट किया है। ऑब्जेक्ट्स का लास्ट क्लास में क्या था कि लाइक ऑब्जेक्ट्स जो यूज होते हैं आपके उसके क्या पर्पसेस है वेरियस ऑब्जेक्ट्स के। दैट इज़ पहले मैंने बोला था कि मैथ ऑब्जेक्ट है जिसके बारे में आपको मैथमेटिकल कंप्यूटेशन के लिए यूज़ होता है फॉर लाइक मिन ए कॉमा बी, एंड नंबर ऑब्जेक्ट के लिए क्या था जिसकी जो कि आपका द लार्जेस्ट पॉसिबल नंबर को डिस्प्ले करने के लिए यूज़ होता है, लाइक मैक्स वैल्यू फॉर डिस्प्लेइंग दैट पाई प्रॉपर्टी इज़ यूज, एंड डेटा ऑब्जेक्ट डेट object that we had using that is to find out the milliseconds that can be obtained, and after that boolean object that is used to obtain the true or false value, and of course the string object that we are doing for like substring, begin or end, that we are that method we are using. आज की क्लास में हम जो डिस्कस करेंगे वो हम स्टार्टिंग विद द प्रोग्राम हियर दैट इज डेवलप्ड इन HTML एंड डॉक्यूमेंट टू इवैल्यूएट द रूट ऑफ द quadratic equation. Explain each step clearly that we will discuss. This has been asked in the 6 marks question. I repeat the question. Develop an HTML and document to evaluate the root of the quadratic equation. Explain each step carefully. तो step हम carefully हम इसको बाद में discuss करेंगे. First of all, we'll discuss the program, and so that we'll continue with the steps as well. So starting with this, that we have to start with HTML. Then we have head section where we're gonna start with title. This is quadratic equation solver. Title close, then head close, जो कि हमने start किया था. Okay, now starting with the script type. Script type which is equals to text function. क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन है तो फंक्शन हमारे a comma b comma c हो गए, starting with a curly bracket as well. So this is what we are finding out the root of the quadratic equation. And now the var, that is variable math dot quad p abstract dot, that is comes under it minus 4 multiply a मल्टीप्लाई सी. तो अगर आपको क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन थोड़ा बहुत भी मैथ्स अगर आपने पढ़ा है तो आपने ये देखा होगा कि इसका जो फॉर्मूला होता है वो बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac होता है, एंड दैट इज़ अपॉन 4a. तो दैट वी हैड डन इट हियर, एंड इन द रिगार्ड ऑफ इट ये बी स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac के लिए हमने यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट किया है फॉर दैट मैथड स्क्वायर के बारे में. एंड नाउ वैर d इक्वल्स टू 2a, जो कि यहाँ पे 2a होता है हमारे पास नीचे, दैट इज रिप्रेजेंटिंग द 2a. Now var root 1 equals to minus b plus बॉन्डी एक होता है माइनस बी प्लस माइनस, ये जो होता है वो प्लस माइनस होता है, तो दैट इज़ द रिप्रेजेंटिंग द माइनस बी प्लस एंड देन वैल रूट जो आपका 2 होगा, that is representing the different sign, that is minus b minus, that is by d. After that, document dot write that is the solution for quadratic equation is as follows, plus then break tag close. Then again we'll write it down for the document dot write first root, then plus strong plus root 1 plus then strong tag को close कर लेंगे जो कि यहाँ पे open किया था. Okay, so now we will be ending up with a break tag here. After the break tag close, then again we will go ahead with document dot write, then for after that we will go ahead with the second root, plus strong plus root 2 plus strong br tag close, then closing tag script tag close, then start with the body. Script type equals to text slash javascript, then for var for a equals to prompt, that is enter value of a, then for var b prompt enter value of b, then for var c prompt enter value of c, then after that q root, that is a quadratic roots, that is a comma b comma c, then script tag close, body tag close, and of course the HTML tag close. Now for related to this particular program, as I told you in the starting that we have to explain the program explanation. So here in each step, that step 1 that you have to do is in the body section we have accepted 3 values, that is a, b and c, for the roots of the quadratic equation using the prompt pop-up box. And for the step 2 we had done a function name, that is q roots is called, to which these variables are passed as a parameter, that what we had used here. And step 3, in a function definition we have used the formula for finding out the roots of the quadratic equation, for finding out the square root of the term like b square minus 4ac, which I had told you about, and we have used that function as math dot square as in the starting. And the step 4 that we had used is using the document dot write function, we display the value of the root. That you in the 4 steps you have to explain these program. Let's go ahead with another program, that write a JavaScript to display the current date and time, then display the current date, month, year and time separately. So we'll gonna discuss that. Here we'll be writing another program, that write a JavaScript to display the current date and time, then display current day, month, year and time separated. So this what we have to do is, so let's gonna start with that. Start with the doc type, HTML, public /w3c //dtd XHTML 1.0 transitional /en. After that we will have an HTTP, that is www.w3.org/tr/xhtml1/dtd and then inverted comma and then close the tag here. Now for the HTML XLMNs that we are doing and I think जितने भी क्लासेस हमने ये किए हैं तो हमने वही उसी से स्टार्ट किया है. आई थिंक अब तक आपको याद हो गया होगा. http www.w3.org/1999/xhtml. Now for the head section, then title, that is date, demo, then title tag close, then after that we will be having a head closing, then body, then after that we have a script type equals to text/javascript, that is where my date equals to new date. Then now we'll go ahead with the document.write. Document.write, that is the date is plus my date dot to string plus br tag. Now another one will represent it, so document dot write, then today's date is plus my date dot get date plus then br tag. Then after that document dot write, this is the month of plus my date dot get month plus br tag, then closing tag. Then document dot write as well, document dot write here, that is after the month we have to represent the current year, so the current year is plus my date dot get full year plus br tag closing, and then we have this. Then after that document dot write, then we have now that is whatever the hour is, plus my date dot get hours plus break. Then again we have document dot write that it minutes equals to plus my date dot get minutes plus br tag close. Then now we will have another one that is related to the document dot write, and in the reference towards it, that is document dot write seconds equals to plus my date dot get seconds plus br tag, then script tag close, body tag close, HTML tag close as well. So these all the tags will close, and here this is a JavaScript to display the current date and time, and then display the current day, month and year and time separately. So this is a whole program. You can just write it down and you can implement as well, and you will get the same. Now we'll move ahead with another program where we are developed a HTML page which accept any mathematical expression, and the second is to evaluate the expressions, and third is to display the result of the evaluation. So in this we will do a three-part in this particular one program. So that is first is to any mathematical expression, and that is second is to evaluate the expression, and the third is to display the result of the evaluation. We'll go ahead here. So here we'll go ahead to develop an HTML page which accepts the first, it accept any mathematical expression. The second thing which it expect is evaluate the expression, and the third is to display the result of the evaluation. Okay, all the three which we have to do it. Now we will perform a program here, that is starting with the HTML, then head tag, after that head tag close, and then after that item, that is expression, evaluation, then title tag close, then script type equals to text/java script, then starting with the function compute, then opening the curly braces here, and after that what we have to do is to represent the document dot form one dot answer dot val equals to eval, that is document dot form one dot my x dot value, closing tag, script tag close, then head tag close, and after that the body. Then after that we will be having a form name, that is equals to form 1, then b, that is enter expression here, because it should be accept the expression as well, enter expression here, that is b tag close, and then of course break tag close, which we had open here. Now input type, equals to text name equals to my expression, then tag close. After that br break, br tag close, that is, and NVSP we're using this. This is we are using 4th time here as well. After that we will go ahead with the input type equals to button value, which is equals to evaluate on click equals to, here we'll go ahead with NVSP. Yeah, tag close, then start with the B tag, that is answer is here. So here we'll go ahead with this answer is, and then of course we have this break tag close, and then BR tag as well as close that as well. Now we'll go ahead with this, and we have it as an input type, which we have. We'll start with the input type equals to text name equals to, that is answer, closing tag. Then we have a tag close, a form tag, then body tag as well, closing, and then of course the HTML tag as well, that is also closing. So now this is a representative. When you are expression enter the expression, then you will evaluate and you will be finding out the answer as well. This is the sort of a program which will deal with it. Now we'll discuss about event and event handling, and the reference towards the event. What is an event? How events are handled in JavaScript? What program to build up a clock using JavaScript? And write a program in a JavaScript to build up a clock. So we will discuss that clock and the reference towards it as well. First we'll discuss about the event, and that event is an activity that represents a change in the environment. For example, mouse clicks, pressing a particular key of a keyboard represent the event here. In the event handler is a script that get executed in a response to these events, and thus event handler enables the web document to respond the user activities through the browser window. For the JavaScript supports, it is a special type of programming in which the events may occur, and these events get responded by the executing the event handler. The process of connecting the events handler to an event is called event registration. That event handler registration can be done using two methods, and where the two methods, the first method we have is to assigning the tag attribute, and the second we have is to assigning the handler address to object properties. These were the two methods that we are using to event handler registration, and the use of these tags attribute for the handling the event is to be illustrated as like as we will go ahead here. That is to write like input type equals to, that is button name equals to like my button, on click equals to my func, that is my function, and that is a closing tag as well. It will close here. In the regard of it, if I'm talking about these for the tag attribute, and this is event handler. Now we will this means that when the user clicks the button, then an event handler, a user defined function, my function, get called, and basically in this function user writes an instruction that needs to be executed on the button click event. And now we'll go ahead with the program. That is the program in JavaScript to build up a clock. So it's program to build up a clock. We will write it down that, and for that sake we will complete, hopefully we'll complete it, the scripting part here as well in this class, if it is not exceeded more than 1 hour. The script type equals to text slash JavaScript, that is function clock display, and in that same case start a curly bracket, then var t equals to new date, then var hrs equals to t dot get hours, var min equals to t dot get minutes, var seconds t dot get seconds. That is now that is by the minute and the second, with leading the zeros for the number less than that is 10, and for that we will go ahead writing min equals to min less than 10, then we have min the seconds equals to, that is seconds less than 10 0, that is plus seconds. Now var type that is equals to hrs less than 12 am pm, that is comes under it. In the regard of it, var type, as I told you now, we had written about am and pm, and for that convert the hours to the 12 hour format. So we will do that. hrs equals to hrs that is 12 hours. Now convert an hour component 0 to 12. So will if hrs equals to 0 equals to 0, then hrs equals to 12. Var string equals to hrs plus min plus, then plus seconds plus type. Now update this time repeatedly, and we will represent document dot get element by id, that is my clock, dot first child dot node value equals to str, then closing tag, and then after that we'll close the script tag as well. The head tag we will close it out. Then after that we'll start with the body, that onload equals to clock display, that is set interval, that is clock display, that is 1000. Then we have an h3 tag, current time is h3 tag, then span IAD equals to my clock NBSP, then span we'll close it out, and then after that we will be closing out the body tag as well, and then we will close the HTML tag as well. So this is how we can to develop in this case, and here that we will write a program JavaScript to build up a clock, and that you can represent it out. Now we'll go ahead with a dynamic HTML, and a dynamic HTML that is represented as DHTML. That is also an important one. Now we'll discuss that in deep. Now we'll discuss about DHTML. In the DHTML here, that is what is dynamic HTML, or you can say that how DHTML is used with JavaScript. In the case of the DHTML, the DHTML stands for the dynamic hypertext markup language. That I will write it down here so that you will get it out. Dynamic hypertext markup language. And this DHTML is used to create the dynamic web page. The HTML consists of a simple HTML tags. On the other hand, DHTML is made up of an HTML tag plus cascading structure, that CSS plus CSS JavaScript as well. तो HTML में HTML tag ही सिर्फ होता है, बट DHTML में क्या होता है, HTML tags होते हैं, प्लस CSS होता है और प्लस JavaScript भी होता है. This is the difference between HTML and DHTML. And basically with DHTML, a web developer can control how to display the position HTML elements in the browser window, and DHTML can be used with the JavaScript using the following tag like script type, text JavaScript, and then script tag close कर लेंगे तो उस तरह से DHTML use कर सकता है. DHTML makes use of the CSS events, methods, and so on to make the web page dynamic. And now, which browser support DHTML? How will non-supporting browser handle DHTML? So the Netscape and above Internet Explorer and above versions both support DHTML. तो DHTML को कौन कौन से सपोर्ट करते हैं, पहली बात तो सपोर्ट पे लिख लेते हैं, दैट इज़ Netscape 4, एंड इसके ऊपर के जितने भी वर्जन है सारे ही, और इंटरनेट एक्सप्लोरर 4 and above इसके ऊपर जितने भी वर्जन्स हैं, and both support HTML, DHTML, and DHTML includes JavaScript to page make the page dynamic, and regardless of which script is written for. And the DHTML scripts are designed in such a way that it can be compatible with many numbers of the browser as possible. Now we'll discuss difference between HTML and DHTML. That is very important. You can just write it down, and if you're making notes, so that is very good for you because we are dealing with each and every differences here. So the difference between HTML and DHTML. So here for the DHTML and HTML, here in the HTML case, and HTML stands for the hypertext markup language, and HTML is used to create a static or web page. And for the DHTML here, DHTML stands for the dynamic hypertext markup language, and DHTML is used to create a dynamic web page. तो ये static web page create करने के लिए यूज़ होता है, और ये dynamic web page create करने के लिए यूज़ होता है. In this, the second differences we have is that HTML sites work slowly upon the client-server technology, and DHTML site work fast upon the client-server technology. And the next one, the third differences we have is HTML does not make use of the technology for making the page dynamic, and DHTML makes the use of the CSS events, methods, and so on, make the web page dynamic. For the fourth differences we have here is for the HTML, that HTML does not require any processing from the browser, but DHTML require processing from the browser. These were the four differences that we had discussed about related to the HTML and DHTML here. Now we'll go on through with that Ajax, as I told you, introduction to the Ajax, and this is the last topic in terms of the scripting. Then in the further classes we'll discuss about the networking. Let's go ahead, let's see how long it will be, and what do you mean by the Ajax, and application of Ajax with the help of the suitable examples, or is Ajax same as JavaScript, and how they are related to justify, and write a short note on Ajax that comes under in it. And so now we'll discuss about Ajax. This is very important in the terms of Ajax. This has been asked in many times at the 6 and 5 marks, 10 marks question paper. And Ajax is a asynchronous JavaScript. First of all, you have to know the full form. That is asynchronous JavaScript. So Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript. Ajax allows the developer to exchange the data with the server and update the part of the web document without reloading the web page. When the user makes a request, the browser creates an object for the HTTP request, and a request is made to the server over an internet. The server processes this request and sends to the required data to the browser, and at the browser side, the return data processed using the JavaScript and the web development document gets updated accordingly. For example, if I'm talking about the example here, we will write a program, sort of a program related to the Ajax here, that is HTML head. Then we will have a script type here, equals to text slash JavaScript, then function my fun, then closing tag, opening tag, if window dot xml http request, starting tag here, that is a curly bracket. Then after that, required new xml http request, closing tag, else another tag equals to new active x object, that is Microsoft dot required. Then after that, closing curly bracket, required dot on ready state. On a ready state change equals to function curly bracket start, if required dot ready state equals to 4, and required dot status equals to 100, start in the curly bracket, that is document dot get element by id, my id dot inner html equals to required dot response text, then closing tag, required open get new data dot text dot comma true. Then again we have, after that we have here we'll go ahead with this, and after that we'll be having a require dot send, then closing tag, then script tag close, head tag close, then body. After that, div id equals to my id, this text can be changed, div tag close. Now for that, button type equals to button on click equals to, so here we'll go ahead with the button type, as we had gone through with that. and after that on click equals to my font, and that is we will have an that is a change button close. Then of course the body tag should be closed, then HTML tag as well as that will be closed as well. In this above script we have written some text which can be replaced by the some another text on a button click, and on button click a function, my function is involved, and the above code is numbered, and the explanation for the numbered code fragment is has to be given, and that what we had discussed as well. In the regard of it, that is the XML HTTP request object is used to exchange the data with the server, and this object allows the user to change or update the parts and the web page without reloading it fully. And the modern web browsers such as IE7 Plus and Firefox, Chrome have built the XML HTTP request, but old web browser make use of the ActiveX object as well. The second, when a request to a server is sent, and then on ready state a change event is triggered, and the ready state properly holds the status of the XML HTTP request, and the ready state equals to 4 means request is finished and response is ready, so the status 200 means okay. And the request can be sent to the server by using the two functions open and the send as well. So with regard of it, just we can say that here, that is require dot open get, then we have new data dot text true. This is a dot here, that is a get or a post method, and this is for the new disk. This is a location of file on the server, and this is true means that asynchronous, and false means then synchronous here. Asynchronous communication that allows the fast processing of the data. The new data.txt files contain some updating text, and using which on web page that can be updated, and the send method sends the request to the server as well. Now we'll discuss a sort of a short description related to the networking that you will be getting out in it. So here we will go ahead. Now we had completed the scripting part. Now we'll discuss about part 2, that is your networking here. So in the networking part we will start with that, and in the case of the networking, that is the basic concepts of the networking here, that is to explain the three protocols, that is IP, TCP, UDP in the networking. So we'll deep discuss in the for that related to that. For that IP, first we'll discuss about IP in the networking, that there are the three protocols, that is the first is IP, the second is your that is TCP, and the third we have as your UDP. These are the three protocols that is used in the networking. So in the case of the IP, this is IP stands for Internet Protocol, and IP, that is Internet Protocol, is a major protocol in the TCP/IP suite here. It is a connectionless, unreliable protocol which support transfer of data and the form of the packet. This is also called as connectionless protocol because it does not exchange any control information before transmitting any data. The data is just sent to the destination with a hope that it will reach at appropriate place. And IP is known as unreliable protocol because it does not have the provisions of retransmitting the lost packets or detect the corrupted data. In the case of the TCP, if I am talking about the full form of TCP, we have as your transmission control protocol. Transmission control protocol here, the transmission control protocol is a connection oriented reliable protocol which support the transfer of data in the continuous streams. This is called the connections oriented protocol because the control information is sent before transmitting any data. This purpose is sometimes called an handshaking in TCP. And this is reliable protocol because any data which when get lost or corrupted, the TCP has a provision to retransmit it, and because of these characteristics, TCP is used by most internet application. However, the TCP requires a lot of overhead while coding it. Now, with regard of TCP, the addressing schemes used in the TCP is by the means of ports, and on separate ports the communication can be established concurrently by the system, and during this communication the server waits for the client to get connected to a specific port for establishing the communication, and this type of communication is also called as socket programming. Now we'll discuss about UDP here, and that is your user datagram protocol, and that is UDP user datagram protocol here. In that, the user datagram protocol UDP is a low overhead protocol which can be used as an alternative to the TCP protocol, and the UDP is a connectionless as well unreliable and protocol in which the data is passed in the form of the datagrams, and this is called connectionless protocol because it does not exchange any control information before transmitting any data. In the case of the UDP here, that is, the data is just sent to the destination with the hope that it reach at appropriate place. In the UDP is also known as unreliable protocol because it does not have the provisions of retransmitting the lost data or to detect the corrupted data as well. Now we'll discuss related to the internet addressing. And in internet addressing, what do you understand by the internet addressing? In terms of internet addressing, each host on a TCP/IP network is assigned a unique 32 logical address that is divided into the two main parts, that is the network numbers and the host number. In that, this address is called internet address or IP address. The IP addresses is grouped in a 4 into 8 bit separated by dots, and each bit is an octet, has a binary 8 bit, and the IP address is divided into the two categories, a network number and the host number that we had talked about it. And with regard of it, that network number and the host number, we'll discuss about it. That we have, that is to the power 7, to the power 6, to the power 5, to the power 4, to the power 3, to the power 2, to the power 1, to the power 0. This is what it is: 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. From this is we have network number, and from here to this is we have host number, as you can see. Let's go ahead. There are the 5 classes based on the 2 categories, that is A, B, C, D, E, where we'll discuss the 5 categorization in a detail. And in the regard of it, we will talk about the format, the range, and the purpose, that why this is used here. And for that, we will go ahead here, and we will just talk about a little bit in a deep for the regard of it, the class and all these things. So here, these are 5 classes based on the category of the ABCD. So the IP address class, first category, the format, range, and the purpose, we will talk about it. So this is a sort of table that you can form it out. In the IP address class, the first is your class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. So in respect to every class here, that is in the class A here, that is the format is used is n.h.h.h, and the range is 1 to 126. The purpose to use class A is very few large organizations use this class addressing. For the class B, it is n.n.h.h, and for the range we have is 127, 126 यहाँ तक है, 127 से लेके 191. The purpose is here that medium size organization use this addressing. For the class C, that is n.n.h, this here it is 192 to 223, and relatively small organization use this class. For the class D, no format has been done, find it out, and that is 224 से लेके 239 तक. And the purpose, this class address is used for a multicast groups. And for the class A, this is the format has not been defined, and for here that is 242 254, and the purpose is to use that this class addressing is reserved for the experimental purpose here. Now for here that n stands for the network number here, that is n stands for the network number, and the h stands for the host number. For instance, in the class C, the first 3 octets are reserved for the network address, and the last 8 denotes the host number near here. And with IP addresses assigned to the devices that participating in the computer network, and the IP protocol makes use of this address for the communication between the two computers as well. And in the regard of it, using IP address, particular node can be identified in the network as well. Now we'll discussed about in and every here that it is a reference towards it, what are the different networking class and the interfaces, like we'll explain that, and in the terms of it we will have to go on through with it, so that we will deal with next in the next coming class, because it is approximately more than 50 minutes, and it's near about 1 hour. So first of all, it's a huge request to all the subscriber, please go through with the subscribe button, and please like, share and subscribe our channel, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. In the regard of it, the different networking classes, interfaces, that is content handler, datagram, socket, that we'll discuss in the next coming class. First of all, and that we had covered up, as I told you about unit 1 हमने complete कर लिया है, and in the unit 1 in the web technology, what we had covered up in reference towards it, and unit 2 and unit 3 we had I told you about HTML, CSS, XML, and in unit 3 we are completing the first scripting part as well. In the unit 1 we had covered up about introduction and web development strategies, history of the web and internet, protocols governing web, writing a web project, connecting to the web, connecting to the internet, introduction to the internet services and tools, introduction to the client server computing, core Java, introduction operator, data type, validate, variable, array, methods and classes, interfaces, inheritance, packages and interfaces, exception handler, multi-thread programming, input output, Java applet, string handling and event handling, introduction to AWT and AWT controls, layout managers as well. In the unit 2 what we had covered up is web page designing, that is HTML, list, table, images, frames, forms, CSS, document type definition, XML, DTD, XML schemas and object models, presenting and using XML, using the XML processes, DOM stack and dynamic HTML, that what we had covered up. In the unit 3rd scripting में हमने JavaScript, introduction to document, form, statement, functions, objects and introduction to Ajax, जो कि आज की क्लास में हमने कंप्लीट कर लिया है. इन द नेक्स्ट क्लासेस विल स्टार्ट विद नेटवर्किंग में हमने थोड़ा सा डिस्कस किया है, विच इज़ नेटवर्किंग में 3 जो प्रोटोकॉल्स होते हैं, आईपी इंटरनेट प्रोटोकॉल, टीसीपी ट्रांसमिशन कंट्रोल प्रोटोकॉल, एंड द थर्ड इज़ यूडीपी, दैट इज़ यूज़र डेटाग्राम प्रोटोकॉल. एंड इंटरनेट एड्रेसिंग के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जाना है, एंड नेटवर्किंग नेटवर्क नंबर और होस्ट नंबर के बारे में थोड़ा बहुत जाना है विद द फॉर्मेट्स एंड द रेंज एंड द क्लासेस एज वेल. इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास हम नेटवर्किंग में डिटेल में जाएंगे, दैट इज़ योर इंटरनेट एड्रेसिंग, init address, factory method, instance method, TCP that is client socket, URL connection, TCP IP server socket and datagram as well. In the unit 4 what we will do it, enterprises Java Bean, that is preparing a class to be a Java Bean, creating a Java Bean properties, types of beans, stateful sessions, bean and stateless session, and the session beans, entity beans as well. And then Java database connectivity, merging data from the multiple tables, that is JDBC, that is you are joining the manipulating database with JDBC, and prepared statement, transaction processing, stored procedures as well. In the unit 5 we will complete the servlets and the Java server page. In the servlet we'll complete the server overview and the architecture, interfaces and servlets and the server life cycle, handling HTTP GET requests, handling HTTP POST requests, redirecting the request to the other resources, session tracking, cookies, session tracking with the HTTP sessions as well. The Java server page introduction, Java server page overview of first Java server page, an example, implicit objects, scripting, standard actions, directive, custom tag libraries, that what we'll cover up in the next coming classes. First of all, it's a huge request to all the subscriber, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel, because अभी बहुत सारी वीडियोस ऐसी बची हैं जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. नेटवर्किंग ऑलरेडी बहुत डिटेल में हम नेटवर्किंग करके हमने अलग से टॉपिक को उसको डिस्कस किया है क्लास में, आप प्लेलिस्ट से जाके देख सकते हो. नेटवर्किंग जो कि इसमें भी आपका यूज़ है वेब टेक्नोलॉजी में. यहाँ पे मोस्टली ये जो हमारी क्लास होती है वो 80 to 90% आपकी प्रोग्रामिंग पे ही होती है. डेली जितनी भी वेब टेक्नोलॉजी की क्लास होती है तो 80 to 90% प्रोग्रामिंग का मतलब है जिसकी प्रोग्रामिंग कमज़ोर है उसको भी अच्छे से आ जाएगा, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन आ जाएगा. कोई दिक्कत होगी यू कैन आस्क ऑल्सो एंड वी विल प्रोवाइड यू दैट एज वेल. एंड इसके साथ साथ आपको थ्योरी भी क्लियर करके उसके बाद प्रोग्रामिंग भी कराई जा रही है, जिससे आपका थोड़ा सा बेस जो अगर आपका नहीं स्ट्रॉन्ग है तो वो क्लियर हो जाएगा. अगर स्ट्रॉन्ग है तो एटलीस्ट यू कैन गॉन थ्रू विद द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ प्रोग्राम, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हर एक तरह का डिफरेंट प्रोग्राम आपका कराया जाता है, फिर चाहे वो आर्मस्ट्रांग नंबर से रिलेटेड हो, फिर चाहे वो आपका इन द रेफरेंस टुवर्ड्स DHTML रिलेटेड हो, चाहे फिर वो आपका ऑब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड हो. वो सारी चीज़ें हमने कर लिया. लार्जेस्ट नंबर, स्मॉलेस्ट नंबर, सारे डिटेल्स में हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं. So first of all, it's a huge request to all the subscriber, please go through with the subscribe button and please like, share and subscribe our channel so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and even though you can also enjoy the video as well. Thanks for subscribing us, thanks for supporting us, thank you.